Okay, so vlog number 3. Just got done with third week of training just a couple hours ago. It is Friday. I had to consolidate the week a little bit, so I went Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. Definitely felt the effects of that. Pretty sore, missing out on that rest day. Main reason is I work all tomorrow. It's closeout, so the end of every month I always have to work all day. And then my best friend flies in a couple hours actually. So I'm super excited for that. I haven't seen him in over a year. So gonna take the couple days off over Labor Day and start the deload next week on Tuesday. So I'll get to training in a second. Overall though, it was a great week. A little stressful for work because it's end of the month, but didn't affect training at all. I noticed today that I've tracked all my macros and variables for 14 days straight, 2 weeks, so that's a nice little milestone for me. Literally haven't missed a meal or anything like that, so I feel really good about accountability. Had a couple nights of like not perfect sleep, but nothing that was detrimental to training. Kind of thought my performance on deadlift was going to be impacted from the lack of that rest day after day 1, but found that not to be the case so much. So got good sleep, got good protein intake, and I was able to have a really good week of training. I'm actually really excited. Lots of good numbers here. So started off the week with a heavy single, 87% or 355. It honestly, felt strong and effortless. It's one of those singles where when I'm coming out of the hole, it's very surprising. It like I said, it felt effortless, and I was really stoked about that. So nice and fluid. I put that at like a 6 RPE, but again, I don't have much experience rating singles, so I'll get better at that, but really strong. 4 sets of 7 at 300 after that. Cardio was definitely better than last week, but that 4th set was still death. So breathing a little bit better. The set I filmed, I think, was the 3rd set, and it happened to be the only set I had a bad rep on. Well, I think. That was the last rep of the 7th rep of that set. I kind of got pitched forward a little bit, but was able to correct somewhat. So benching after squatting felt really good. I'm doing the protein shake and the Gatorade after squats, and giving myself like a 5 to 10 minute window before I start benching, and I felt way stronger, way more confident. I kept them at sets of 6, so 4 sets of 6 at 220, and it moved really fast. Definitely still feel a little tired, but it moved much better than the last couple weeks. Incline machine bench, lat pull downs. The only note here, I was able to increase the assistance work or the weight for those somewhat significantly, so happy to start making some progress on those lifts. And then I changed the grip on the pull downs, and definitely noticed the difference. Immediately felt a little bit more lat stimulus, so thank you for that recommendation. So day 2, deadlifts. Like I said, I did these Tuesday, so right after squats, and even warming up, my low back was pretty sore. So I was a little like trepid going into the working sets. But after the first set, I gained a lot of confidence. It moved really well. Lower RPE than last week, and it was 15 pounds heavier. So got all 3 sets done. The 3rd set, definitely my low back burned, but I didn't let my form deviate. I just had to stay really diligent, and that was a big confidence booster for deadlifts. Leg press afterwards. I added 50 pounds. I'm feeling really strong with these. No hip pain, trying to go nice and deep, nice and fluid with the movement. So I'll be able to go up once we get out of the deload week. Chest supported rows. I just made a funny little note that sets of 5 on these feel a little anticlimactic, but obviously I'm just kind of joking around. Never done heavy work like that on the chest supported rope, but it feels nice. Shoulder press, I was able to add quite a bit of weight considering from 70 to 85 and about the same RPE, so that's promising. And then on to the last 2 days. So these were both my favorite days. Low bar squats yesterday, Thursday, 4x3 at 85% or 345. And I felt really good. I kind of found like not a better brace, but I felt like I was able to draw in a little bit more air into my core. So for my last 3 sets, I felt a little stronger out of the hole. It kind of seemed a little slower, not much, but I felt better positionally and was able to like stay in my legs really well. So I was pretty happy about that, and just overall it moved really, really well. The last set I put at like a 7.5 RPE, and that might have been a little high actually. The only reason is my last set, my 3rd rep, I kind of had like a not so perfect rep, so it was just a little slow. So always hard to tell what the RPE is when that last rep isn't perfect. Benching after that, 5 doubles at 227.5, super easy, felt great. Like I said, better benching after squatting again. I did a little bit of rest time, protein, carbs, and all 5 of those sets just flew. Pull-ups, I was able to get another rep, well, the same amount of reps as last week, but I got to 7 on my first set instead of 6, so that's promising. I just kind of ran out of time at work, so the rest time was pretty short. It was 2 minutes was like the most rest I gave myself, so usually I'm like 3 to 5 for pull-ups, so I'm pretty bad. So I definitely felt the effects of that. Tricep pushdowns, nothing to really note. And then today, deadlifts. I was pretty nervous about this day because last week the 4 triples at 380 were pretty slow, and I felt like I had a set that wasn't so great form-wise. But today was amazing. So I woke up really lethargic, really sore still, and so was kind of dreading the deadlift workout all day. But by the time I got to it, it felt so good. I felt my hamstrings a lot, which is good for me at least, from the start on the floor, feeling tension in my lats and my hamstrings. And I was able to do 3 sets of 3. So I went into it just shooting for, let's get the doubles. But first set after the double, it felt so good. So I hit it for a triple, and I was able to rest like 5 minutes in between, and I got 3 triples. So I think my all-time best right now is 405 for 3. And that was like a RPE like 9.5 or 10. So 3 triples at 395 is awesome. I'm really excited about that. And then right after that, I had a bench triple, 257.5 for 3. That's 88%. My all-time best is 262.5 for a triple, and it was grindy and kind of wobbly at the bottom. So I put this triple at an 8. It honestly, it was so confidence building, really strong, really solid bar path. I didn't feel like I needed to ask for a spot. I felt really confident going into it. Even so that the back down sets at 240, very low arousal. I didn't need to like psych myself up at all. And I was resting like even short of 3 minutes and getting the work done, no problem. So bench is feeling really good. I was able to go up another 20 pounds on lunges or so, and I actually felt really strong with those. So 3 sets of 5 at 124. And then seated cable rows, changed the grip again based on your recommendation, and really felt that in my lats, so I'm thankful for those changes. And then hammer curls. So overall, it was a really exciting week. I'm happy we got those heavier loads in, some 87s and some 85s. I'm really excited for my friend to get here tonight. Got to get through one more work day tomorrow and then a nice weekend. And then looking forward to the deload and then starting to make some progress towards the meet here. So thanks for letting me get this out to you early. Maybe not as in depth as the last 2 weeks because I'm actually at work right now. So I'm about to get off here in like 2 minutes and go to the airport. So no hurry about getting this back to me anytime soon. Like I said, my next training day is going to be Tuesday. That's the 3rd. So nice 3 days rest here. Looking forward to getting back to it. Thanks for everything like always. Have a good weekend.